My mother did, and she looked just so pretty. That would have been fun. Yeah, that would have been fun.
Good evening. Welcome to the Pembina. I only want one thing, and that's a big hand for the Ice Makers. Well done. Very good. Welcome to the Pembina. This is draw number 12, the 22 Canadian Masters. Sponsor of this draw is Curling Canada. Their motto, supporting the dream. And we've all had that dream. We got one men's game surrounded by 5 women's games. You lucky old dogs. Try to keep your focus. On team 1, Nova Scotia and Quebec. On team 2, British Columbia and New Brunswick. On number 3, you got Manitoba, Northern Ontario. On team 4, Saskatchewan and Ontario. Number 5, on the men's, Nova Scotia and the Northwest Territory. Welcome, men. On team number 6, Alberta and Prince Edward Island. Hey, don't forget the Ashen Stompers. We're going to perform in the lounge around 9:30, so when the team's starting, that's the place to be. This is a show well worth seeing. This is a really good show. And hurlers, all genders, good luck and great hurling.
Ladies and gentlemen, your game will begin in 1 minute.
Hello everyone, and we're back for Draw 12 of the Canadian Masters Curling Championships at Pembina Curling Club in Winnipeg. My name's Daniel Burchard, and I've got Neil Okamura here, and we're going to be doing the commentary for tonight's game. Now tonight's game we got Saskatchewan versus Team Ontario. Team Ontario is currently undefeated, 4-0 in the round robin, and Saskatchewan is got a 2-2 record. This is the last round robin, first round robin scheduled games. Tomorrow they're going to be moving on to the championship pool. So, big game for Saskatchewan to try and keep that spot in the championship pool round.
Thanks, Daniel. I would just like to say that to run any event like this, it takes a huge number of volunteers and staff at the club to support this type of activity. And so a big shout out to all the volunteers and staff who put in a lot of time and effort to make this a reality. So thanks to them.
Yeah, that's right, Neil. We've seen a really good, well-run event so far, and the ice as well has been fantastic for the players. Really seeing some high-quality curling, and that comes along with a well-run championship.
Saskatchewan's first rock went through the rings, and Ontario will try and put up a corner guard.
And I apologize because we're just trying to organize the camera so we're going to get the right shots for all the throws. Just got to switch things up, so just bear with us as we give it a few minutes. In the meantime, I'll give you some description of what just happened. Corner guard thrown up by Ontario. There you can see it. And now Saskatchewan calling the center guard, Neil.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to put up a center guard.
This is looking really nice. A little upside down, but that's okay. Weight's looking nice and it's coming to that center line.
It looks like they have the ability to defy gravity.
Sure looks like it. Doesn't seem to matter though. They're able to get it in the right spot.
It's
Good scrub.
center guard. Ontario's going to get aggressive. They're going to come around that center guard. So I was talking to the skip earlier on, and she says she feels she has a pretty good feel for the weight and the curl. So she's pretty confident about the draw game.
Defy gravity again, but we're going to see this one coming around. So there's the weight, it's coming to the center guard. Just off screen, there's a center guard, Yellow Rock, and Ontario's sinking it right behind. Very nice shot, just behind the tee line, and that's completely buried.
Saskatchewan will try and make the freeze on this shot.
It's looking nice. It should finish pretty hard. We've been really seeing some really good late finish on this ice the last couple nights.
That's a really nice shot by Team Saskatchewan. Ontario looks like they're going to try a bumper weight hit, back weight. And if they rub the guard, I think they'll be happy with that. That's what the skip has indicated.
Big scrub, trying to hold this around that center guard.
It's looking pretty good.
It's a
I think
great
she's gonna
sweep.
have a great shot here.
Fantastic shot by Wilma Morrison. Okay, so they're going to be trying to call the run back or the peel here. Either option's okay. Need to get that open again. A little bit of trouble. So not going to quite curl up enough, but it'll roll off and open up those red stones. This looks like it's coming in nice. Sliding real tight to the house. Slid into the house, but still guarding the other red stones. Chance for trying to remove a couple here for Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan is throwing an out-turn hit at this rock. It looks like it might need to curl a bit here.
Might be trying to go for the back one now.
Just hit out the front rock and roll out of play. Not sure if Ontario was trying to put a guard up there, Daniel, or if they wanted it in the house, but I'm sure they'd be happy with either shot.
Sliding in, it's probably going to be about the same spot, just in the top 12. Saskatchewan's going to have another try at the same shot. We'll see if they can hit, and indicating a hit and roll to sit in front of the Reds in the 4-foot.
Looks like it's got a fairly good line.
Good shot.
Hit and stick.
Ontario going back to same call, close guard.
Sweepers are working hard on this one. Might be a little bit lighter than the other one.
Mine's still looking pretty good. You just don't want to leave it too high because you draw how much curl there is.
Well, it finished
Draw is
really
always
hard.
danger.
Which has got a very nice guard.
Saskatchewan trying to decide if they've got enough of that redstone to chase after it.
From where I'm sitting, there's not a lot to see. Looks like they've elected to peel off the top, or maybe do a run through.
So Krasowski's got the peel or run back opportunity here.
It's going to be close. They don't get the...
Nice shots.
She get it.
Oh no, unable to move.
Left all 3 in play, so.
3. Red's still sitting 3 now. Ontario's got a chance to put another one in the house.
The shot rock is open though, so I mean, she can make a nice hit and roll. Maybe get out of this end or a good draw, depending on where this draw ends up.
No, Saskatchewan, that was a really nice, well lined up run back. Just needed a little bit more weight to push those, especially those back reds, far enough into the 12-foot to outcount them. Playing the out turn here. Trying to get around the 2 yellow center guards.
There's a lot of late finish. She's going to chip off that yellow bit, maybe?
A
Chip
little
off
bit.
the yellow and roll in.
And is 3/4 buried behind that center guard. So Saskatchewan's got a choice to either play the free draw on the, probably the in-turn, I'd think, or a hit and roll on the open rock on the tee line.
Difficult decision because it is the first hand, and you know
Well,
it's,
limit the damage if there will be damage, so sometimes you got to play that hit.
I think that's what they're looking at trying. It's always a tough situation, Daniel, when you're playing in the first end and you're not really certain of what the ace is going to do. So
It's a high pressure shot for last rock in the first end. Really important to try and hit and stick around somewhere behind cover. There's lots of room to roll and be buried. So anywhere inside of this rock a little bit and rolling towards the center line is going to be really good.
update on sheet B. BC took 2 in the first end against New Brunswick.
Here it comes with the intern hit. Sweepers are on it.
Should break loose.
It just hung there. That really looked like it was going to finish, but it never really moved at the end.
So Ontario will have a similar shot, an intern takeout to count 4.
While we're waiting for the shot, I'll give another update for Sheet E. Nova Scotia men taken 2 against Northwest Territories in the first end. And another update on Sheet C. Northern Ontario has taken 1 against Team Manitoba.
Final shot of this end is on its way. Sweepers are trying to make it curl, but it looks like it's going to be pretty good.
It's got to stick around. Is it
Should
enough?
stick? No, I don't think so.
3 red.
So 3 red.
It's a good start for Team Ontario.
Update on Sheet A. Nova Scotia took 3 against Quebec in the first end. So here's the lineup for Team Ontario. At lead is Sandra Thane. Second is Wilma Morrison. Third, Judy McLennan, sorry about that. And the skip, Jan Carwardine.
And playing out of the CN Curling Club in Saskatoon, Team Saskatchewan. Lead, Trudy Dykes. Second, Linda Delver. Third, Debbie Gillespie. And skip, Beverly Krasowski. Krasowski calling for the corner guard. Sliding fairly close on that corner guard, but definitely usable.
Yeah, there's pretty good movement on this ice, so it should be very useful, I think. Ontario looks like they're going to come around that one biting in the top 12 near the center line.
Line looks really good.
It's just a question of the weight.
Just sliding to the
And a little deep, back 4 foot.
call for the hit here. They've got the opportunity to even do a straight back, maybe catch that one in the back of the floor and still sit in the free guard zone. And another update for Sheet F. Alberta took 2 in the first end against PEI.
So a little wide, but remove the one in the 4 foot. Terry will try and come around that same tight rock in the 12 foot.
Line's good. Just being cautious. Oh, starting to go now. Trying to get the hit and roll of the double here. just going to miss the second red.
Ontario looks like they're going to stick up a center guard.
Keeping with that
Staying
aggressive play.
aggressive. I thought she might peel the corner.
It's just the second end. It's nice. This is game 5 for both teams, so we've got lots of experience with the ice. Ice is running really quick tonight. That was a 15.5 hog-to-hog split.
Saskatchewan will try the out-turn takeouts.
This is curling quite a bit. These inside-out hits we've been seeing the last couple nights. Lots of movement.
Ontario will try to guard the shot rock.
This one's looking really nice for a line. Nice guard, about
She's got a good
halfway
shot there.
close. Just out of the screen there, but it's about halfway to the hog line. Nice guard covering 4/5 of the stone in the 4-foot. A little bit up weight here. This one's not running, or not curling, sorry. Ontario is going to try and put another one either tight to the house or in the house.
If she could half bury that rock and cover the one in the house, it would be about top 12, top 8. That'd be a really, really good shot.
Going out pretty wide here, all the way to the edge of the 12-foot for the line. Trying to get a piece of the house. A really good sweep to get it to curl at the end.
It's still open though, so Saskatchewan will try and make a draw around that center guard and corner freeze to the red one. That shot rock and biting the 4-foot.
Sweepers are on this one early, trying to hold the line. Gotta get around that center guard. rub, and roll. And they may have opened that red in the forefoot up a little bit. Might be a port there, about half of the rock maybe. Can you see from your angle there, Neil?
It looks like it's about maybe a thick third, maybe, but I'm sure Ontario's going to try and block that off. If she puts a guard in that blocks the hole, that would make it really difficult for Saskatchewan. Just looking at potential options that they might have if she makes that good shot. Just maybe the in-turn draw around the yellow rock, yellow guard.
Yeah, it's a potential. Gotta go up pretty wide to get around that guard.
Does
Switch
finish
action.
pretty hard there. But we'll see what happens here. Might be a little. Sweepers are just cleaning it.
Trying to get that to curl over a little bit more. Want to get to that center line if
Might
possible.
Get a tick maybe. Oh, no.
Look at that movement.
Jeez, wow, moved a lot at the end.
Really big
Plugged it up.
finish.
So
So Krasowski's got to decide. Try and play the draw on the in-turn, or try and open things up to make it a little bit easier for your final one.
I think they're looking at trying to raise that center guard and double it off with the rock in the forefoot. That would be an excellent shot if she could make it. These are just skyrocketing.
Trying to open it up a little bit here. I'm not sure if they indicated trying to run back or just peel off.
I think I'd be trying to double them off if I could, Daniel.
You gotta get something out of there to make your last rock. You know you're not going to be sitting shot rock after this, so as long as you're leaving yourself something a little bit easier on your final shot, then that's the goal.
Close.
Oh, and the redirect. It's going to be enough to get the one off the forefoot and
So she's
open the scoring area a bit.
looks like she will have some options now.
Yeah, a couple opportunities for raises available for Saskatchewan on their final rock, but we'll see where Ontario is going to put this one. They want to try and get somewhere in the top forefoot area, make a raise opportunity tough and take away the draw.
I'll have to see how this shot goes because they'll be taking a lot of ice out wide. So see if there's a lot of late movement on this shot.
I think the weight here is going to be also key to this shot. Going out into fresher pebble, or not a lot of rocks have been thrown out there between the practice and the first end, so might be a little bit fresher and thus potentially a little bit slower. Really got to finish, really hanging on, but waits there to get to the house. Great weight. So that curl came a little too late. But kind of shows Saskatchewan how tough it is to take that in-turn draw.
It is wide open, but I guess if you're not really certain of how it's going to curl on a takeout, it makes it fairly difficult. She would probably need to hit and roll in a bit.
I'm going to give you an update on Sheet B. Team New Brunswick has taken 1 in the second inning against British Columbia and now trails 2-1.
In our men's game on Sheet E, Nova Scotia has stolen 2 in the second end and leads 4-0 over the Northwest Territories. Do you think she's trying here? Just a heavy draw? Or?
Well, given a little less ice than Ontario did for their draw. So it might be a little straight draw, but has some backing.
Maybe back the bumper?
Looks like she's coming up with at least that. So it's really hanging out there. It's got to move. Here it comes.
She'll stick to get second shot, I think. So I think it's going to be a steal of 1.
So Ontario leads it 4-0 after 2 ends. Calling Sandra Thane for a tight guard. Saskatchewan's going to be calling the in-turn draw, trying to get around that center guard. To all our live viewers, we really appreciate you viewing. Of course, we'd love to hear any constructive criticism you may have. This is the first time as a club, we've put on an online viewing experience for people, and Neil and I were just beginners. So any feedback is greatly appreciated. And thank you for watching. Very nice shot by Team Saskatchewan, putting a piece of the button buried. Putting some pressure. Calling Sandra Thane to fall down and try and freeze on top.
He's got a really nice shot here, Daniel. Good sweeping there.
Real
Effective
nice.
use of directional sweeping.
Calling down for another freeze. Want to keep to the outside edge of that red to keep a good angle. Just got to finish a little bit more. A little bit more weight. Just rolling off, and that Yellowstone and the edge of the forefoot, that's open now. You can't see that at home, but there's about a halfway up red center guard.
Looks like Ontario will try and remove that one that's in the 3 o'clock position as we look at the screen.
They're going on this one early.
A little tight on that rock. Well,
Taking off the guard. I think that's not a bad result considering the 4-point lead. It's causing a lot of troubles for them, that center guard, after a couple of nice shots by Saskatchewan that get buried. So Linda Delver called to come close. The sweepers are on this early, it's really curling. It's going to over curl a bit, but they might try and sweep to get it in the house maybe.
so there is options here for Ontario. If you wanted to get a little bit more aggressive, you might consider angling your own rock into those two and trying to double them out. Or just keep it simple and just try and hit one on the edge of the forefoot.
Yeah, it's the angles are pretty nice for Ontario right now. It looks like they're just calling a little bit of a tap back. Raise themselves up into shot position, but keep the yellows in play. It's a great shot, and if they can make it, and there's a lot of rocks in play. It's a little risky with the score the way that it is.
It's starting to throw pretty hard. She's just gonna
Just
slide through. And end up biting in the back 12 foot. So.
well, they called back 12 weight, so that was perfect weight. Just over a little bit of an over curl.
I can only assume they needed more ice then. That red rock is still in a very difficult position to try and remove, though. So.
Kozowski's calling down Linda Delver to take a look at the situation, get a second set of eyes, see if they can figure out what they want to do this end.
Well, Daniel, while we have a bit of time, I was actually able to speak to the Ontario team before the game started, and they've won 3 Masters Provincial Championships, but due to COVID, they were only able to attend 2. Another little funny humor here is that the second, Wilma Morrison, told me another notable thing was she skipped a grade. So I said she must be smarter than the average pair, and one of her teammates said, oh yeah, she must be like Yogi. So if she comes out of this with a new nickname, we'll know why.
See what they ended up discussing, but that ice looks like they're going to try and play the hit on the red.
Let's see, hack the board weight hit, Daniel.
Trying to
Try
chip
and
it
hit
out.
and roll behind. It's a pretty precise shot.
You need to get about, say, a half rock, maybe a little bit less, to not catch your own.
You like to keep the shooter in play too, so this is gonna be close.
Jam and pushing their own stone out the back. So now Ontario's sitting 1 on the button. But now the rock positioning a lot better for Saskatchewan, sitting in front of that red.
Looks like they're just gonna place a guard up.
Trying to get this one to curl a little bit. Sweeping to curl it. Just to get it by. It's a good sweep to get it by that corner guard. They're going to move things around a little bit here. These angles are pretty good. I'd say for both teams, honestly.
No double opportunity, but they do have the that tap back to lie 3. I think that's what they're going to try and play.
Sweepers are on this one early. The raise.
Wants to curl a bit. To the low side if they can. She's coming in a pretty good shot.
That's nice. Rolling the one they raised behind cover, but
It's a double opportunity coming back though.
Yellow's sitting 3 now, so Ontario's really going to try and remove some stones. They were playing a little bit aggressive earlier in the end. It's getting them a bit of trouble right now. On this one, real close.
Just a bit.
Just getting a piece of it. Yellow's still sitting 2.
Terry does have a lot of options to advance either of their red rocks. But pretty Pretty hard to take them out though.
Yeah, it's tricky to get out those reds without potentially hitting your own stones out. So, you know, it's also, you don't want to be making the shot for Team Ontario.
They're looking at the one on the center line and maybe trying to just hit it and roll behind the guard, the yellow guard. It would be forced shot, but it would be still pretty good. This looks like a lot of weight. It's hanging out there. They might be able to get a thin double here.
That might be plan B.
And they
Oh, wow. That worked out really well.
good plan B executed.
Yeah. Still just first, second, and fourth shot now, but both shot stones covered. A great execution of plan B.
Does it look like Ontario's going to try and draw down to the one that's fully in the 4 feet?
I think so, Neil. This is a big shot because
It's a pretty tight port to try and come through with the way the rocks are moving.
yeah, lots of movement. It's definitely
Could
going
end
to be
up
pretty tough.
tapping that one to make them like 3 actually.
Very precise.
I would almost consider just trying to play the double takeout.
I think so. Just considering the score, you really don't want to be giving up more than 2 this end if you're Ontario. Sweepers are on it, trying to curl it right now. It'll move though. Just got to get by that top 8 stone.
I don't know if it's going to.
Rolls. That's a nice roll. Oh, they did raise. I think it's yellow sitting 3 now.
Yellow is sitting 3, so.
Well, no, I was going for this, but Sandra was making it curl. Sandra was making it curl.
Update on sheet A. Nova Scotia took one in the 3rd end to lead 4-1 after 3 ends of play over Quebec. You want to do sheet 6?
An update on sheet F. In the 2nd end, Alberta stole 2, and in the 3rd end, PEI took 1, and now trails Alberta 4-1. Zowski a little
She's
tight to
gonna
the
get
guard.
by.
Is there a port there for Ontario to raise that red? Or are they going to try and play the open one? Try and get rid of a couple here.
There is a port. The only downside is that Red Rock is very close to that, in line with that Yellow Rock biting the top 12. And in order to get the angles right, you'd have to get by really, really tight to that Yellow Rock. I don't think it's a very easy shot.
So what do you think here, Neil? Do you play the straight back double, or do you try and get 3rd to a half rock on the inside and get the double and roll buried
Well,
shot?
I think you try for the double. I would be going for the straight back double, and if it all of a sudden gets a lot of curl, then maybe you switch to plan B, which is maybe the more difficult shot. And if you hit a third of a rock, maybe you get lucky and get the double, and now you're buried. So, but I think the key is just to remove stones for Ontario.
Looking really close. Oh, it's a great
She'll
shot
make the
by Team
double. Nice
Ontario.
shot.
Now that leaves Saskatchewan a tough shot to get a second stone in there.
Yeah, I think
To
they can.
draw side of the forefoot, but just off screen there's a red corner guard that kind of makes the path a little bit tricky with how much movement we're seeing.
Yeah, I think they'd have to be fairly close to that guard. It's probably splitting the 8-foot, 12-foot for line. Well, the viewers can see.
Sounds ridiculous to say that port looks huge, but with how nice the ice has been curling this week, that's quite a tough draw.
I guess you could try and throw a little bit more rotation to maybe make it run a little straighter, but it is a pretty precise shot.
Luckily not tapping the red in too far, and yellow's just going to take one. So Saskatchewan trails Ontario 4-1 after 3.
Just an update on sheet B in the third end. BC took one to lead 3-1 after 3 ends of play. Saskatchewan a little heavy on their guard attempt there. They make a nice hit and roll. Update for you on sheet C. Northern Ontario leads 3-2 after 3 ends of play. Manitoba scoring 2 in the third end though.
really important for Saskatchewan this end to try and get a steal if possible. Trailing 3 without the hammer. Playing a tight guard. They're gonna follow down to their first rock. Come around it or right on top.
I think it's going to be a nice guard.
No, thank you so much.
Zowski calling in the house for this second shot. Would you play a second guard or would you go in now?
Yeah, I'd almost consider putting up a second guard and trying to make it a little bit longer. And hopefully make Ontario throw a few peels before you finally have to get in there and limit the chances they have of getting to your shot.
It's still early in the game, but down 3, really need to get some points on the board.
Saskatchewan did come up a little bit light, and they now have 2 center guards. Ontario will remove one of those center guards. I think she was a little tight on that shot, so
Maybe just
looks like it's going to be
nosing
close
the
to
one
a
guard.
nose hit. Yeah, so Saskatchewan has a chance to come in or play a tap back. Looks like they're going to play the straight out turn draw. A lot of ice, expecting it to swing. This might be pretty tight for line too.
It's just going to be sliding a little bit deep here. They had to really sweep it to get by that guard. Slide to the back of house, second shot. On the peel now on the remaining yellow guard. Oh, nice clean peel. So we got the intern draw coming in here, trying to get a second rock behind the red
line,
guard.
The line looks really good if the weight's right. You don't need to curl a bit.
Should finish at the end.
it's swinging hard now. Need to finish it. Pretty nice draw. Fully in the 4-foot in front of the tee line. Area was indicated they'd like to remove that center guard.
Sweepers are on. They want to get it by that guard. Great sweep. Not enough to get it out of the play, though.
But they are shot rock, though, and it is covered.
Saskatchewan's gonna drop another one in there.
Looks like the line looks a little tight to me.
Debbie Gillespie throwing a little less weight on this one. And now it's over curling.
Ontario looks like they're trying to come in around that pair of center guards. They'd like to be top 4-foot if they could.
This is looking real nice. It just got a finish for the curl.
Sweepers are working hard on it. That's an excellent shot.
Red sitting too.
Decision time here for Saskatchewan. They get really aggressive and try and maybe come around with that outturn draw.
Yeah, it's because there's 2 red stones counting. Unlikely that your yellows in the back of the house are going to come into play, so it'd be time to beat them to a draw. It's tricky. You want to potentially limit Ontario to 1 if possible here. Don't want to give up 2 or more at this end. Let's do an update on sheet 2. New Brunswick has taken 1 in the 4th end. Now trails British Columbia 3-2 after 4.
With the ice that they're taking, that they might be trying to play the little quiet hack weight hit and roll shot rock.
Yeah, that might look quite nice if they're able to get enough of a roll here.
Rock has got a lot of curling to do though.
Starting to move now.
Might just wick it, but
Getting enough of it to move it.
the only other downside of that shot too is I think she's taking away that outturn draw if she wanted to attempt that now. a lot more difficult shot to try and come around.
So it looks like Carwadine is looking to block off that in-turn path. Either tight guard or sliding into the top 12 foot. As that out-turn, as you said, that out-turn draw is a little bit tougher now.
An update for you on sheet F. PEI stole one in the 4th end, but trails Alberta 4-2 after 4 ends. Sweepers are indicating that she might be a little warm. Like it might be
A little bit up
on
weight
that
and
guard.
actually open up that side rock, and it's going to roll another one in that center line. So Saskatchewan, they
Options now.
have an option. This is,
Would you consider going for the double?
it's a long double to make, but you're going to limit.
Well, you might even have a good shot
Scoring.
at stealing, maybe. Looks like they're going to play the draw.
I think here's the debate here, Neil. If you miss that double, you're probably leaving a pretty easy shot for 2. If you miss the draw, you're leaving an easy shot for 3. This stage in the game, 2 or 3, both options aren't in your favor, so draw is probably a little bit easier shot to call and make.
It's a pretty difficult draw, though. I mean, you probably have to get to the back 4 foot, hopefully bury it.
And we'll give you an update on sheet C. Team Manitoba has stolen 2 in the 4th end to lead 4-3 against Northern Ontario. Just rubbing up next to that redstone. Red's still sitting 1, is what it looks like. So Ontario's got to decide if they want to just try and draw in for 2, or if they want to make a more aggressive play and go after that yellow stone to try and get potentially a 3.
It's about 7/8 open, so you'd hate to have a chip into the red rock and give up a steal of 1.
I think there's also, you run the risk of potentially jamming on that back one if you. And I don't know if that yellow jams on the back line. Rock, would it outcount the red? And there's a good shot of how the guards are and what you can see of that yellow stone.
I think if they were to jam, they would still get 2. But it looks like she's decided to play the out-turn draw. Being up 4-1, I think this is a smart play to elect to play that draw to try and line 2. Update on sheet A. Quebec took 2 in the 4th end and trails 4-3 against Nova Scotia.
line is out there. Just need a piece of the forefoot on this rock. So you gotta hold it out so it doesn't overcurl, and it's all weight. Now,
Looks
I
like
think.
a roach. Oh, she is a beauty.
What a
Nice
fantastic draw by Carwardine. So it looks like Ontario took 2 and is now going to lead 6-1 after 4. All right, and we're back. This is draw 12 of the Canadian Masters Curling Championships. We've got Team Ontario versus Team Saskatchewan in the last regular round robin game. Starting tomorrow, there'll be the championship pool games. And it's been mostly Team Ontario tonight. Saskatchewan's going to be working hard in this 5th end to try and get 2, hopefully 3 points for them.
I think this is a big end for Saskatchewan. They definitely have to score at least a deuce, I think, in this end. Get themselves back into this game.
So Neil, I've been workshopping some names for. We were talking about needing a TSN turning point. So I've got a few I'm going to run by you here.
Okay.
We've got the Pembina power play. What do you think of that?
Next.
Next, okay. How about the Pembina play of the game?
That's got potential.
Potential?
Call it the big PP.
Yeah. Oh, the big PP. I don't know if that's gonna work, but maybe. And then one more. The Pembina point of the night.
Okay, I'll go with that one.
Yeah. All right.
Stick with
Viewers at home, you can vote and tell me which ones suck. Then we'll actually have to decide which shots are actually going to be the point of the night, but we'll see. There's been a few nice shots from both teams tonight.
Not to take away from our opposition, but it might be referred to something similar to the TSN turning point. That would be the key shot I would have done.
Yeah. We got one person saying they like them all, so there you go, Neil. Even the Pembina power play gets a pass.
There you go.
All right, so we've got Ontario sitting 2 already early in the end, and calling for Wilma Morrison to put another one in the house here. Putting lots of pressure on Saskatchewan this end. They want to close the door if they can. Saskatchewan's got to do their best to get their own rocks in play and under cover.
the good thing for Saskatchewan, with the amount of curl that this ice has, you can actually draw around rocks that are in the house and still bury them. So there's a lot of potential as long as there's rocks in play. So we've just had an outside viewer come up with another potential name for our play of the day. He's going with the Pembina pivot point, triple P.
I like that. That's some good alliteration there. That might be the winner.
So
I like that.
So viewers, you have a chance to vote on 4 options now, and don't say you like them all.
So a really nice hit and roll by Team Saskatchewan to get buried. Sit in second shot. It's always risky when you're down like Saskatchewan is to be playing those hits, but a well-made hit and roll has been very useful for them so far.
This looks like a very nice draw by Team Ontario.
Just stopping just shy of the tee line. That's very nice.
I actually thought they might try and remove that yellow guard when they had this opportunity to do it.
Yeah, yellow guard's it's in a good spot. You have to blast it through the hole if you're gonna remove it. So it's not a guarantee.
No, it's not for sure. But
I think I agree, Neil.
I just
trying
don't
to
like
get rid of
rocks in
those
play when
guards.
I've got a big lead like that. Saskatchewan looks like they've got a nice shot coming in here. And that will be a great shot.
That's a great shot. Tap back the red, and I think yellow's sitting shot now, right?
Yes, they are. And they've got lots of rocks in play, so. I think Ontario is trying to play the halfway hit on the shot rock.
Do you think they can get enough curl to get to nose here, Neil? Or
I don't know. Maybe if I were trying this shot, I'd just be trying to pick it out at best. So. But the problem is there's a good possibility of a jam. Curl quite a bit.
trying to get the directional sweeping to try and get to curl here.
I don't think it's going to curl enough.
So we've got the third Debbie Gillespie. Gonna try and follow down onto that other yellow and put another one in there. This one's just a little bit close to the guard. Angles are pretty good still for yellow, so
Well, I think Ontario is committed to playing bit of a garbage game in this.
There you're calling it. I've been seeing that they've been very comfortable with playing an aggressive game tonight, and they've been making it work with the lead that they've had since the first end. A lot more rocks in play, and still maintaining control of the ends. So it's up for Saskatchewan to try and turn the tables on them.
Well, as they say, Daniel, any strategy is a good strategy as long as you make the shot.
That's right. This looks like a nice one coming in just shy of that yellow. A setup shot to give yourself another angle. Saskatchewan looking at options here. I might play the double off the wide one. I think I like that. You might be able to punch that center line red between the yellows if you come off the right side stone.
You need pretty good weight to make that shot, though. So gotta be enough weight takeout.
Gillespie going down to help discuss. You got to play a lot of weight to come off that side one to really do much, and you might be leaving your yellow in a place that might leave a double back. So that's always the risk.
But I'm looking at it and saying they need to score points, so it's a lot of red rocks you got to get rid of if you're going to get a big end. So.
You want to hopefully try and bring into that fighting 8-foot Yellowstone on the left side. I'll try and bring that into play somehow.
I wonder if they would consider playing the thin wick and maybe trying to come off that rock into the red rock behind the tee. It's a very difficult shot. But
they've decided they're going to try and play the double off the wide one.
This could be the Pembina pivot point shot here.
That sounded good, Neil. And the sweepers are just waiting on this one. It's hanging out a little bit. Not going to get to the inside. Spin off and hang on to the edge of the house. So Ontario, are they going to play a little tap back? Try and get to shot rock.
We have an update for you on sheet F. Alberta has taken 2 in the 5th end and now leads 6-2 over Prince Edward Island.
So looking to play, I think about back 4 weight here, T-line back 4, and I want to tap that 8-foot center line stone to about the top of the butt is what was indicated. Line's looking pretty good here. It's going to curl a little bit more. Some great sweep by the Ontario team. Taps it up.
Excellent shot.
Sitting shot rock just on the corner of the yellow, so really good position. Nice throw by Carwardine.
Team Ontario just wanted to have a shout out to their family and friends. They appreciate all the support you've given them, and they hopefully will do really well for Ontario. So thanks very much to the friends and family.
Well, Neil, we got another audience member that's passed us another suggestion for our TSN Turning Point. We've got the Canadian Masters Magic Moment. I think that's good. That might be something we want to pass on to next year's hosts, but I think that pivot point, that might be a sticker.
Let our viewers decide, Daniel. Let our viewers decide.
So, important shot here for Krasowski. She's got to try and remove that redstone top four without disturbing her own yellow, at least very much. I think she's trying to cross it. Is she not? Across the face of that red?
Maybe the easiest way to do it.
Or is it just trying to clean everything up?
Let's see what happens.
Sweep them across it. Hold that line. Just caught enough of the yellow to push it out a bit. I think red is sitting.
It's close. I would say red looks like they're lying second.
Oh, I think it's just that's hard. Well, we never got to do our. We had our bet yesterday about Neil won. We're doing a 6-foot stick measure on the outside of the house.
So
I'm gonna say that's yellow if it comes to a measure.
okay. That's really close. So I'll take that on. I'll go with red.
Okay.
Does it still count if Ontario taps it up?
Oh, then the bet's off. So Ontario trying to tap it up or cover it up. And sitting shot rock now. They really hoping to get away with a steal opportunity here.
Looking at the ice she's taking, it looks to me like she's going to be trying a tap up, so as opposed to a guard. It's pretty much the same shot she played on her first one, so she should be very, very close on this.
That's a little bit tight.
Looks like it's curling.
This one's really curling. I don't know what happened to this one. It's right out of the hand. They called to over curl it. They called the directional sweep to curl it right out of the hand. Not sure if a little bit tight on release or
So, yeah.
or if that picked something up. We haven't really seen any picks so far. Ice has been fantastic condition thanks to the wonderful ice crew here at the Pembina Curling Club.
Even for the tap up, though, that ice looked a little tight to me. So I'm not sure what she was trying to do there. So I thought she took it by the edge of the 8 when she made the tap up before. Well,
So
this
Saskatchewan, this could be the Pembina pivot point. It's about all they can see around that guard. It's maybe just a bit more than half exposed. That red stone. Need to get all of it to try and get a double.
It's a very tough shot, though.
A big end, potentially, if made.
I think she's got to throw like a firm bumper weight.
Might not be enough to get the double, though, Neil. I think.
Well, she just has to get him out of the 8-foot. So I think it's got to over curl a slight bit once it gets by the guard. So maybe bumper up control.
Yeah. There's a better angle for viewers at home. You can see trying to raise that top red centerline stone into the back 4-foot stone on the right side of the screen right now. It's just kind of behind Krasowski. Trying to get that off. I think the other option, depending on the angles, I can't quite see. You either play a soft weight and try and over curl, or play really hard and just try to slam it out of there and don't worry about the shooter.
That would be tough. If it's the bigger weight, I think it would run straight enough to potentially jams, maybe even improve the She's going to have to get by that yellow guard, though. Really tight. No, I think bumper up. Needs to curl, needs to curl, needs to curl. Oh, really good effort.
A little close. There'll be a steal of one for Ontario. And they lead 7-1, playing 6-10. Because it'll come to it. Right, so Ontario put their first one in the top 4-foot. Saskatchewan on the corner guard.
I expect a clean end from Ontario in the 6th. I think they realized they escaped without any damage. There's potential there for a 4-ender.
So Carwadine calling Thane to come down right on top of the first stone.
Update on sheet C. Manitoba stole 2 in the 5th end and leads 6-3 over Northern Ontario after the 5 ends.
And then an update from sheet E. This is the one men's game on tonight. Team Nova Scotia is leading 7-2 after 5 ends against Team Northwest Territories. Another sheet B. In the 5th end, BC took 1, and the 6th end, New Brunswick took 1. And BC maintains a lead of 4-3, playing the 7th end. Nice little tap back by Saskatchewan here, moving that red stone off of the center line, but leaving the yellow stone open.
Ontario looks like they're going to play a active bumper weight takeout. Remove that rock. We're going to have to go hard on this one.
She's a really good scrub.
Shot.
The out-turn freeze. This has just got to finish a little bit more.
Just a little heavy. Ontario looks like they're trying to draw down to the yellow rock. Maybe just tap it back a little bit. It's hanging out there. Should finish hard if she's close to the right weight.
Weren't you saying they were going to keep it a little bit cleaner this end, Neil?
That's what I thought.
You know, lots of rocks in play.
I guess they're just very
I
aggressive curlers.
I want to say Ontario has been very comfortable with it because they
Still look back at the 5th end though, Daniel, with Saskatchewan with a really good shot. Could have scored 4.
big scrub to get this one by the guard. They do.
Oh, there's a
Wow,
really nice
fantastic shot. And just off screen there, you can see now there's a yellow guard, and that yellow is
Saskatchewan
pretty
is
buried.
flying too. You would want to bet on that.
I think it's too early to bet on that one, Neil, but I think it's red.
Really?
I do.
Okay. here.
So Ontario calling the slash on their own stone. Trying to raise into the yellow that's biting the forefoot.
Oh, looks like she's got a pretty good shot. Nice play. Very nice shot. Now it does become a matter of who's second. I think you still have to play that draw though. Where do you think you'd like this rock to stop, Daniel? I'm thinking I'd like to have it probably full 4 foot on the tee line. Hopefully you can bury another one in that area.
I think so. I want to get another one in there, a little bit more buried. Just off screen, there's another yellow guard.
The line looks pretty good.
Sweep to get it
It's
by
just a
that
question
guard.
of the weight.
It's a good scrub.
It looks a little hot though.
So we've got our first final on Sheet F. Team Alberta has defeated Team PEI. Not sure the final score. We haven't seen what happened in the 6th end yet. So that drops PEI to 2-3. And if things were to end up the way they are right now on our feature sheet, and Saskatchewan would also drop to 2-3, and there would be a 3-way tie between the Manitoba host, Saskatchewan, and PEI.
Ontario looks
for
like they've
the
got a very good shot.
3rd and
coming
4th
this
spot.
way. Hit and they'll lie.
It's a great shot. That removed the only yellow stone that was in the house.
Line 3. Oh, that one on the edge of the 12 foot is.
That one's in. I'll call that one's in there, Neil.
Oh, I did say they were line 3.
Yeah. I'm not going to go against you on that one. So yeah, as I was saying, this is the final round robin game, and tomorrow there's going to be a championship pool for the top 4 teams of each of the 2 round robin pools will be moving on to the championship round. And in Pool A, which these teams are from, Ontario will be advancing, and Alberta will also be advancing. It's a question of the next 3 teams, which would be Saskatchewan. If they win, they'll advance. If they lose, they're in a 3-way tiebreaker for the 3rd and 4th spot with PEI and Manitoba host. And looking at the head-to-head scores, it's probably going to come down to the last stone draw from the collective practices they've had at the beginning of the game. So I'm not entirely sure how everything's standing there, but Saskatchewan's just going to have to do their best to hopefully pull a comeback now and not have to worry about a tiebreaker.
An update on Sheet C. Northern Ontario took one in the 6th end, but trails Manitoba 6-4.
So Ontario going to try and come down to that Yellowstone in the back 4 foot here. They'll beat each other.
So we're just going to go to draws to the button.
Yeah.
You did better.
This one's really hanging. This one did not finish. They called a lot of weight. Were they calling the hit and roll? I thought they were playing in the back one there.
They were just trying to come to the back one, but
It worked out enough to get them shot rock.
I think there's a quiet tap back to lie 2. Probably need about back 8 foot weight.
Just off screen, there's another yellow guard. So that red stone on the edge of the 4 foot's about only about a third of it. It's probably showing from the hack. Maybe half.
Probably only need to move that red rock about a foot and a half or so to lie 2.
And we've been seeing some good finish on the soft weight shots here, so you can definitely even probably get to the inside of that red.
But it's a very, very finesse shot. You need good line and weight like this one. If you overthrow it, it might just hang out and might result in a potential jam. I think this is pretty much a must-make shot here if she wants to stay in the game at all.
That's right.
Might need to curl a bit.
That's just going to hang up. Raise the red into shot rock. So now Ontario's going to try and play another stone in there. Try and sit 3.
So
Would you call the draw in here, Neil, or would you try and play the hit and roll?
I think I'd just be playing the hit and roll, just eliminate rocks.
I think we've been saying that a lot tonight, but Ontario, they've got that draw weight dialed in, so.
Well, if she came up a little light, I mean, it's not an easy shot. Potentially there's a double there for 3. Not an easy shot, though. But I just don't think you should even give him the opportunity to play that shot. But you stick with your strengths.
Out there, they gotta wait for it to curl. Pretty good if the weight's there.
And it looks pretty good to me, Daniel.
Oh, and that's
actually gonna
it's
just be a
really
guard.
slowing down, so it's gonna be a guard.
That was a joke. Don't even look.
I think I would be going for this double, wouldn't you? I mean, it's a tough shot, but I don't know if
At
one's
this
really
point
going
in
to
the-
help you.
This point in the game, maybe. It's a pretty tough double. And I don't know. Can you make that double and stick around? That's the question, because
So even if you made the double and scored 2, scoring 1 makes it pretty difficult to come back. You're going to be down 7-2 without the hammer. It's pretty difficult to steal 5 points, I think.
Coming out nice here on the in turn. They got to hold it. They want to get around that top 8 stone.
Yeah, it's going to overcurl, I think, Daniel. And this is going to result in a steal of 2.
And that's looking like handshakes.
Yeah.
So Team Ontario is going to win 9-1 over Team Saskatchewan and go undefeated in the round robin pool.
Perfect record of 5-0.
Very
and I
good.
believe they carry their records forward into the next round. So. Just again, we would like to thank all the volunteers and staff at the Pembina Curling Club for all of their support. This is an extremely big event, and you just don't realize how many people are involved until you're actually involved with it. So they've been spending a lot of time and putting in a lot of effort to make this successful for the curlers. So we appreciate all their efforts and thank them very much for what they've done to host the Canadian Masters Championships.
So that's going to wrap up tonight's broadcast of Draw 12 of the Canadian Masters Curling Championships. We're going to be back tomorrow morning, 8:30 again, with regular live stream, no commentary. And Neil and I will be back for the evening draw to give you commentary again. And that'll be of the championship pool. And tomorrow, who are we going to be doing in the evening? One of the men's teams. We're not sure on the exact shake out of the championship pools yet, but we'll be seeing a men's game tomorrow evening as the feature game.
So I believe it'll be the Pool B 4th place team playing against Pool A 3rd place team.
All right, and we're signing off for tonight. Good night, folks.